Okay, sure. We have to do it. You guys want to get busy for regular organized time? I'll get fucking busy, man. I'll get ready to thanks for stopping. Every fucking Waldick. Just because you haven't murked anybody in this country doesn't mean you have to have fun around here. Simply because she could ice you like fuck all. There's a project you could work on. But he's here. Well, if he fears me, oh, I'm gonna see this. I'm not telling. Let's take a buddy from like that. Comes in the end. Or some, not my buddy. Somebody else knows him. Doesn't know my name. Having trouble staying awake. Window down, music up. I told myself that last year when I worked 18-hour shifts, doing what I love to do. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see it. Alright, and I'm doing that too. I don't do drugs. I do, but I want. But I do not. I'm not. Some people can't read the language with the shit. Some people understand pretty good. And I go in, and I'm the only one that goes in. It's for a reason. Others who go in, they go in the jailhouse. And I'm a funny dictator. I can dictate to organized criminals. I can do that for a living. So when I'm acting rude, I'm ripping somebody off, it's only to the organized criminals. That's it. Everybody else, if you're doing some small crimes, you're not really, there's a difference. You also talk quiet. There's gang life and then the gang. You're in a gang. You could have maybe kind of sort of organized criminals, depends what you do in the gang. Some are, some aren't. You know, if you're just kind of getting in the game, you don't know much about the gang life, and then you learned in or, checked in with referral here in Canada is going to PC, or you checked in to protect custody. Or if you check in to a hotel, you check in. You get checked in by the person at the desk. So there's different terms. So if you're in the gang life and you're getting sick, maybe that's fair that you're an organized crime. Maybe, maybe not. It's possible, but it's also possible. It depends if you get strong into an organized crime, maybe an investigation or something like that. But it's not necessarily an organized crime. It's a street gang, which is I'm starting from scratch. I got nothing on me. That's the difference. I'm not talking about. So street gangs are gangsters. If you're in a gang, you're gangsters. Sure. Then you have something called that. We're not even more of an unorganized criminal. And I simply haven't done anything wrong. Hey, an organized criminal is more like someone who's been out of a career criminal and has been doing it a long time. Not a lot of those are 35, but more in the 40s. I started around 40. And I got five good more years. But if you're into something like, murder for hire or things like rape and, you know, maybe when someone needs a vasectomy or something, she simply doesn't want to face the hurt of losing a son. And we're all here for you, Chris. I know you. I know you've been paying. I know you're paying. You don't have to take it on others or using that to their advantage. You're manipulating you, okay? Promising you something that you don't want to get because if you do something to me, you simply won't get it. They'll just ice it. And he's not going to take it forever. He's going to just shoot you. So he gets done before Chris. So this is not a fucking good thing. And I hold secrets. I hold many secrets. I'm a knowledgeable man. So don't say anything, but you need to calm down on what you're doing for your followers. They're not actually telling you how to do it. And they're not with you when you're there. So they're trying to frame you up as well. He doesn't have to take those orders anymore. Simply because you were technically went with them first. Get it? I took about the end of the dope game. I can take you out. Do I need to? And everything you've done since you got popped isn't my. I wasn't there. Okay. So if you have an obligation to someone, don't not very sharp, but it pokes well. At a high speed, it is sharp. It can be a ripping sensation instead of a saw, instead of a cut. It'll hit like a son of a bitch. Be one hell of a thing to stitch up. So I'll be the dictator of organized criminals. Sure, I'll be that. I don't mind that. I can do that. It's gonna be a fun time. Simple but Christopher, you're not actually being told anything. It's just in your mind. Let them do it. It's telekinesis. It's when they're looking up and they force you to do something. Simply smoke some weed and relax. Play some video games. You don't have to be my defender or my guy that's gonna kill me. You don't want to do that. I know you don't. Pretend like before you got popped. That was a good day. You were a little annoying to touch me, but you weren't doing anything too bad. You were doing something upstairs that was not okay. And the worst part about that was that I was gonna bump him up. But he was just gonna run, that part of town. That was just kind of the commercial, which was what you were gonna do. This is not. It's not 2024, so I'm just trying to get you over some psychology. You're still probably a nomad, and it was a scary moment. Yes, I know, but you may or may not be. Maybe you aren't one. Maybe this patch comes off, and then I've got the power to do that. Because blood in, blood out is it. Well, these days you're done with that. And he can just take out their best and he doesn't have it. Somebody else wants it. Or if he doesn't, he does have one. He wants to keep it in a class dynamic thing. So you're cracking up. You're not handling it well. You're just not. It's not an insult, man. It's okay. You're jealous of me. Well, it's okay to be jealous of me. I've never been jealous of me my whole life because I dated a certain girl. And I mentioned, well, nobody even knew about it until I mentioned it recently. And other men knew of it, the legend. If you seen Transformers, she did well. I didn't. I'm sitting here broke talking on a fucking YouTube that says zero. If anybody can hear me, I'm not on the moon. People can call me. Somebody just didn't get mad. I have that best I can. So you could say for me, Chris, but it's cracking me up. You don't want to do that stuff. You're from that. You're raised with a dog named Skipper. Can't remember any of the cat's names. I think one was named Squirtle. That's from Pokemon. I don't know. It reminds me of those cats that I never paid much attention. I'm a big dog person. I miss those cats too. But I always said I don't. And you don't have to do that shit anymore. He's kind of Munger and he doesn't want you to do that stuff in order to back it up. I know he doesn't. And Bowser doesn't get to say because Bowser has no fucking saying about it. He's simply the one that's the problem. And he's conditioned all these outcomes a certain way. And that's of course MPO. He knows that. He doesn't want to be there. Somebody that if he wants to do that. Jeff Cassidy had an idea to have a good place for paintball. And Pascal was up there for paintball and they all tried it. They did it and they had lots of fun away from the movie. Somebody I was sitting and studying. I wasn't dead, man. And, well, not considered the highest quality of life. From the lens of good cheese, doing that? Yes, I'm running on the 50th day. I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna meet up in, if I gotta talk you up, maybe get them because you get some ninjas and we haven't scrapped in a while. You wanna do that because nobody will know about it. Nothing, nothing like that. Okay? I'm not, it's okay if you don't feel that way. You just you don't wanna do that way. It's okay. Do you remember when you dated Courtney? She was hot. She was India. You could have a hot girlfriend like that potentially one day if you didn't know anything of the past. And simply, Lakers aren't off the table altogether, but maybe some rumors spread and it had nothing to do with me. And you simply started making a joke up, and it was just a joke. Because I know who I am, and you know who you are, so you don't have to be creative anymore. That's if he's still play. If he's lost his fucking power, if his nomads don't want to listen to him anymore. He's losing the grip over there. You don't have to be a killer anymore. Man. Or you're not a killer. Nobody knows. You just don't have to do that. Warsaw. Yeah, Warsaw. Warsaw. Poles. Polish. I want to start another. I want to be part of something else. I'm simply. I have a theory about the Genghis Khan and the Ram Riders. Whatever he did when he made it to Warsaw and back, he either noticed the white man was so fucked up he didn't want to go any further, or he just meant to get for them and they fought some guy. And one of the two, because he had the Ram morale just like one of them, he's fighting a war against evil out there, and he's doing it with the hand of white men, with the help of good white men, and they must have needed him not to do this. And that was before the church was even, maybe that's part of the reason the church formed is to protect against what they found in that land. He was a criminal with faith prison. I was looking at this a few years ago, but this is what I like to do. I like to solve mysteries. And I like to investigate mysteries, but I'm not a goddamn police officer. But quick picture of the Kremlin. The Kremlin, not the Kremlin, uh, from above. It's designed the same way, and with the layout of it. It's got nothing to do with the war in Ukraine. I'm just looking for solving a mystery. Maybe I had relatives that helped build it. Maybe I did. At this point, I'm not sure what my plan is responsible for. Because old man, my old man was, the guy that got stabbed in the center. Who is these relatives? Anyone's in there? Somebody's up on the cross? I don't know. Coming from, coming out. Yeah, that's the design here. Nice. designed by somebody probably smarter than me, and I guarantee it. This is on the camera. There's some smart men involved with that. And I don't speak Russian, or write in Russian. So if you sound I'm missing like that. Seems to say something. I don't know what it says. Oh, they have built malls that are like going to keep people out. It's like a castle, a different kind of castle. When it was built, maybe they were fighting over, they weren't fighting over peacetime. I don't know. But it's fucking Polish. Polish, not all the Polish. The Polish are different now. They brought in Ukrainians and they have shelter them out. I'm not part of the war. I have nothing to do with the Polish. I'm not in the Tuesday. It's got nothing to do with politics. It's nothing. She simply has one buddy from high school. They haven't met since he left. And they both, one was KGB, the other wasn't. They both trying to get off some form of communism. But they were saying, no tax, no Taco, Sunny, okay. No, no. Taco is still alive. Sunny passed. Uh, these two, he simply wanted a powerful man like that. And he simply had the crown jewel in his nose. And December 9th, what you don't want to do, Bill? So he sold the property. I left him one voicemail. Left him one voicemail. And I was simply fucking with him. He didn't take it so not sure, but it's a point to some of this. He's battling that. Someone was trying to send me a message. And you went on me all the year last year, were you? I seen the message altogether. Until you guys got a little carried away and you might have had forced for sex with somebody. Or wasn't forced at first. You got a little carried away. You took some blue pills there, Chris. And hey, somebody hurt himself on me. That's all that happened. And nobody raped her. Except not me. Somebody was all they can send it. And they're hiding behind something. And no tact, no communism out of Warsaw. No. He's simply hidden there. It isn't somebody know who it is. Buddy, maybe he's been found. Well, you're caught now. So these two men, I can't believe it. They blew up the muffler, I guess. And put the bomb in the muffler. And some men don't have a reason to get work. I don't think they do. But hey, the generals wanted the winter and make a winter. There's a benefit to that. That's up to the generals and the world leaders involved too. But sometimes politics only goes one way. When negotiators meet, it doesn't mean the generals always speak. Maybe they could talk to other generals. And maybe gun sales are good for that area. Maybe they want to keep the war going for a while. Maybe there's a reason for it because it could stop inflation and it could make inflation go down. They're only allowed to ship their grain because I know they have a lot of grain and they had the second biggest arms, one of the biggest arms industries in the world, the Ukrainians. And where they get shipping them out there. And why do they need so many? And the white man needs to build 10 guns for every one man. And he figures no one's going to shoot each other. I mean, look at the most heavily unemployed in the world. You're going to have these kind of problems over there. I'm up for today. He was sharp like a sickle and blunt like a hammer. I didn't speak like a fucking English word. That was a good movie, it's enough. And don't look at me wrong, yesterday. I'm not bringing the Mexicans into this. They're all Mexican. Except that photographer, she's Mexican. She never hit on me. She never asked me out. I don't like that. I'm not telling her. I wish I could go back there now. I don't like flying. I decided I'm not taking any more vacation. I guess you simply need a vacation for that. If somebody, like, if you pay for his fucking hotel and a vacation in another place, instead of telling him he can't go anywhere, so he's got to ghost me for like 14 years, I simply didn't notice him while I was still asleep, but now that I get into yeah, the diversification. And all of a sudden it's a big deal what I'm doing. Because I'm online now. I'm going to stay online because it's for the safety of mankind. And some men are going to winter. And they're going to fucking winter. Okay? Because Uncle Cody's involved now. You're going to winter. You're going to winter well. You want to get cold on your foot? Just remember, I had cold too. That one production team too. I got some masterclass. So Christopher just needs a vacation. He needs some time away. If he needs some sunlight, if you go outside anyway, you need sunlight. You need the sunlight, air. We're not like a car where it needs air, spark, and gas. Air, spark, and gas. That's how a car works. It's not very simple when you break it down. The engines have to be designed, and they have it all figured out in manufacturing plants, and they put them together like fuck all nowadays. Now it's just battery and inertia, and that's about it. And it's something to get them started. Push button, and this is about it. And a motor. The motor turns the battery power into front wheel drive usually. Maybe the trucks are 4-wheel drive, and there's 2 motors. And this is how battery operated works. Well, where's all the energy going to come from? They're going to take it from the French. The French going to start. Maybe we get the French busy. We get to keep the French busy with a war they didn't like, and they get them all on treadmills. We get tribal electricity out of them. Maybe we can get them fighting other than the war against anyone willing to fight. And the French have been in more conflicts than anybody in the goddamn world, and everybody's worried about the Russians. Well, that's a good reason, because the Russians don't mind a fight either. And the Ukrainians, well, whether they're stuck in the middle of the French and the Russians. What about the Polish? And then the Germans are peaceful right now. The Germans are at peace. They've done nothing wrong this time around. That was the First and Second World War. And simply put, I think the white man started that war. It was the Polish. It happened in Polish territory, and they didn't start it. It was the Polish fucking tower. And we're holding firm, no fucking Third World War. And then the Japanese probably figured out, well, hell, we might as well try and take Japan if Hitler's on the go, and if he's on the go, well, we might as well try and take China. And that was a horrible war because millions of people died there too. Lots of people died against the Japanese when they invaded the Chinese. It was one hell of a war, and I didn't know not much about it. My grandfather would tell me a little bit about it. I can't remember exactly; I was too young, but I know that at the same time, when the Japanese invaded China, a smart man named, well, I call him General Mao, and he was Chairman Mao in the end. But to me, he was General Mao, and that's how I like to think of it, so I will. And that shouldn't be a problem, because he was a general, and then he turned to chairman, and he's simply one of the greatest Chinamen that ever walked the earth. And that's my opinion. Some would say maybe not. Everybody has their own opinion. And I have my own opinion on one thing, that when the Japanese invaded, I think what I read before on the internet, if it was true, he had the nationalists kind of pushing back towards the coast, and then Japanese were there, and some sort of guerrilla war formed up, and simply put, China's communist now, and then Taiwan was where the nationalists ended up, and how that's spoken in Chinese or Mandarin, I can't tell you. But I'm pretty sure they have their own form of, news and all this kind of stuff over there coming out of Beijing, and that's their business, how that all happens, and I don't have any idea how that happens. And simply put, that's the Far East, and I'm in the West, and we typically we're more Caucasian, and the Northern Hemisphere starts at the equator, so there's lots of people all over the world, but, I just believe that, Mao did win 2 guerrilla war, and he did, and that's what I read online, and I believe that, and I don't know how it all transpired. I sure would like to be able to read Cantonese or Mandarin. I'd like to read about it, but I noticed, some men are very wealthy, and Chinese are wealthy too, but they're not into the warring quite like the white man is, and the white man is, he likes to fight, and he likes to fight just about anything that moves. And we got one living out there on Duck Range Road. He's just simply out there. I talked to him on the phone recently, and he thought I was going crazy. And I simply heard his voice, and I thought, what the fuck is wrong with him? And are you going crazy, fella? You're out there trying to kill off the cougars, one of the most beautiful cats on the planet, and you're poaching them for their hides because he's making extra money when he makes good money. That's simply what him and Derek Erickson do for fun. There's a great picture on one of the mob radios. And they like to skin out a cat, do they? What if that cat comes after you when you get into your truck in the morning? What if it does? You don't have your gun ready. What if his kid and wife aren't there? And they simply had left already because he's killing cats for no reason. He's trying to be a tough guy up in near Duck Range in Monty Lake. Because he's killing off all the cats. They can be there. There's Martin Mountain. They can live like inside the mountain. Don't be going near that mountain. It's sacred. It's a beautiful mountain, and there's plenty of cats up in that bush. You think you're going to kill them off before they get more? I don't think so. Probably, I don't know how many are underground. They simply just, they probably don't like being spied on by the satellites either. They can sense it. They're smart. It's like that mountain cat heard me coming, and he wasn't moving. He was barking up the hill. He was going up a hill. I was coming down the hill, and I was going parallel, and he was going vertical. And he didn't want to move for me, and I didn't want to move for him. So I squared up. I had a samurai sword. I squared up to him because I heard him coming. I had no other choice. I didn't hear him. He sat and waited. I jumped the fence right by the PC Hydro poles on Hannah Road. I was over there with my samurai sword. That was the last time I drank liquor, hard liquor. I don't like drinking hard liquor because it makes me crazy. Not crazy literally, but simply. I got big balls when I'm drinking that stuff. And I jumped the fence. It's not a broken record. This is a great story. I jumped the fence, as I normally do when I walk through that way, because that's a trail that I cut in. Now there's a road there. You'd be surprised to see it. I walked the cat down there the other day. Simba was a little leery about being in the bush, and he wasn't sure about it. And he knows there's big cats out there, and he simply has his own territory, and he patrols and does his thing, because felines have a territory. Even out there, they stay fairly close to home, and they protect the home, and that's what they do. And they protect against, pretty much what they can fight. Not a lot of big cats come in to eat a small cat. It doesn't happen very often unless the big cat's really hungry. They usually go hungry. They can go hungry. So you can talk without breathing. Trained. Because I can operate with less air. I get tired, but I can't sleep at night now because there's someone, either he's ghosting me and wants me dead, or he wants to protect me. Simply, there's someone that's a very powerful man, and he's simply called Iffy. He's not the most powerful organized criminal in the world. You might want to think about how powerful he is, because you got to sleep too, pal. And I'm the ghost in the darkness, not in the darkness. That's a movie. That's Val Kilmer. That's an excellent fucking film. One of my favorites. And there's two lions. Both had red eyes. I got the red eyes, and Chris G's got the blue eyes, motherfucker. Don't forget it. Two different sets of brothers, trained a different way. One's been a little bit red eyes, but he can go back blue eyes. I don't know what color his eyes are really. I think they're brown or something, green, hazel or something, if I remember correctly. We haven't spent a lot of time with each other. When I speak, I usually always spoke to him with eyesight. Because that's why I don't fuck around, Chris. Neither do you. So don't let Donnie, Chrissy, Jason, and Clifford fool you, okay? You're not fooling me. You don't have to do that stuff anymore. They're literally tricking you. And you're under pressure and you're doing things that you normally wouldn't do. It's okay. You're just that young man that had a head injury, and regardless if it was at work or if it was that bloody that car accident where you got hit by a car. And I remember because I was there, but I wasn't there. It's when I first moved to the neighborhood. And that's where Craig had a vehicle accident or a quad accident. You were there that day, right? I think. Or maybe you weren't there. Kyle D was there. We were playing video games in my room. Ryan was there. Maybe it was you instead of Kyle D. I can't remember because Craig got hurt and I can't remember. Ramona's house burnt down. The Duke happened. A lot of things happened on that bush. That's our history together because we grew up on Garrett Road. And maybe all these things happened because of me, because I wholesale scare off evil. And it doesn't hurt because that would. You don't have to do anything you don't want to, Chris. Nobody's going to kill you for disobeying a direct order. They simply have you fooled. They do. They have you fooled. I know you maybe went down to the coast and you did this and that, but in regards to me, they have you fooled. They're just manipulating you, period. I know because I know. I know who I am. So you don't have to kill me. You don't have to break into anyone's home, because when you come into someone's home without their permission, it's home invasion. That's only what they want you to do, man. The nomads don't want to do that. It's a beautiful, God-fearing country. This is Valdek's little fucking plot. He's trying to get off the ground. Nobody's scared of Valdek, because I'll kill him myself if I have to. Seriously, he's not a scary man anymore. He's lost his scare. He's not the man from the picture. He's a young man. I out in his house for 10 years. I never hung around him. Never. I watched him like a fucking hawk. I simply didn't tell him a fucking thing about me. I never mentioned any of you guys because I didn't want to. I never told him any stories about you, Chris. Not one. Not a single fucking one. I didn't tell him about my dad. He knew about my mother. I simply told him a story about my mother. No, never really. She went over there once when I was in the psych ward. And that's like Jesus is a, little angel right there. So Valak, you know the bloodlines. And you better stop fucking around with my family. Our family. So when Tracy wouldn't have a baby, the whole world will be pleased. Because it's not going to come from me. Because she's my second cousin. She doesn't need to be the neighborhood that, neighborhood that keep an eye on me. Because simply put, I was the grown man in a group of friends, and I was grown man. You guys are all grown up now. You all went a different way. Just because you music prospecting, you're hanging around, or you're just a guy that was pretending to take a left from me, and it seemed like you weren't really doing that well, and maybe we just went to a breakup. Maybe they just brought you back to work now. Maybe your way into the nomads was to kill me, and maybe didn't kill anybody up north. I don't know, Chris. I wasn't there, and maybe somebody was there after, and somebody held on to somebody's pot, and they did that as a long-term message, or somebody just held on to the pot as a solid. I don't know. If someone's in jail, maybe he did do it. Only one person knows. So, and I could talk to you about it. It's maybe a little too soon, but it's almost been 20 years, but it's a tough thing to go through. But, well, I don't know. I don't have the particulars, so I didn't hack the database. Some people have certain connections, and some people hack the database. And I have one man who's a hacker looking out for me, and there's a team of men that simply know I'm a hack. And teams of men that know I'm the hack and the hacker. They're coming to the conclusion that, well, this is Randy's favorite band. He's not on the moon. He's not trying to sleep. I do my own form of things. I don't get busy. Others get busy for me. It's been this way for a long time. I don't get busy because I asked them to. They simply fight off this form of communism real well. And the last fighter is because I got we popped the cherry earlier. Rather got surprise attack. So it's fucked. I don't care because if somebody wants to act one way in front of me and another way behind my back, that's what rich guys do to me. Not all rich guys, super mega rich guys. I never done them any wrong. So I mean, and I've never been gotten in the way for anything. Why would I? And they have all the money in the world. So these 1%, 1%. What happened is the 1%. I own like what is it, like 80-some% of wealth or something. It's like water. It's like there's 70-some% water in the world, and that 1% own like some, like say 80-some% of the world's money. Well, they don't own it; they share it. It's wealth. It fluctuates all over the place, but they got their hands on it. And then you have like the other 1%. The 1%ers, they're here to protect the 1%. Because maybe they shaved off a 0.5% of the world's economy. Maybe they did, but they're never going to shave off 80-some% of it. So they shaved off a piece. God bless them. But they're not the 1%. Don't you think it's thinking you are? Because they're not. You're a different 1%. You're on the other end of the spectrum. When you guys want to get into periodic decisions, you want to run that by me first before you use first the things you don't need to use them for. Because technically, I brought you in the dope game, Chris. I can take you out. You understand? It's like I'm your mother on that one. I'm not your mother. She wants you alive and well. So, and your dad does too. He'd love to meet you. Well, he hasn't seen you since you were smoke crack out there and he caught you red-handed. Or is that the last time you've seen him? He yelled at you a certain way and you don't want to talk to him. Well, I know the story because I know you. And big deal. You try crack. I don't have a straight part, but I'll do one right in front of the camera because this is like a. Well, this is like a. I'm stable, and everybody should know. I'm stable. Okay. I've been to the psych ward. This doesn't make me not scary when I sleep. Simply maybe I sleep and I remember everything. I'm pretending to sleep is and ring. Don't want that. If I had it in my pocket and I was waiting for you to come in one day, because they had my snore recorded, I start sleeping with the music on, loud, like somebody else did. You know I don't like that. I still slept. I always had sleeping with when I really think I used to sleep and I was up like a fucking late night, I just needed a rock to get in that number about. I knew I was famous when I did the Soul Accurate products. And even organized crime famous since then. It's not always a good thing because it depends what you're famous for and if you're wanted dead or alive. I was wanted once and I was achievement in the throat. I was at an oval table that night. It was not blonde. It was not up to hierarchy. It was a funny shape. And there's a courtyard not in the middle of it. It wasn't a donut. That's for the men, not for the women. And and well, I was a wanted man then, and I went in. So did Dad. He must have had a real good discussion with him because I got caught for well, it was a hash charge. Must have been the only guy caught in this province for hash charge, maybe ever. And I let her right to it because I was going to take that pinch like a man. I was ready to go in. I did. And but Chrissy didn't take a pinch like a man. He didn't have anybody else. He just didn't have anything to hold you on because you're juvenile. And you got a good deal from your lawyer. And you could have been maybe going to juvie, but your lawyer got you out. I have a feeling that they ain't Sam, not 70 Watt. How do I know that? Sam's in there now, or he started his practice elsewhere. Did they fly him in by helicopter around Boucher? Maybe packed him on his shoulder like a good veteran that he is, or the Coast Guard. He's one of the two. I don't know either because he never told you the truth. He told you a lie too. Ron Boucher for lying to us. I did something to test his character, and simply Kelly straightened me out. She must be one hell of a woman. But Ron, you probably have a different woman now. So you might want to not, make hints that I don't do that stuff. And somebody else put that on there for somebody to find to take that conversation. So just a therapist fit, not that under pressure. I understand. Nope, never been with a man. I haven't. And simply put, see where I'm in 35-year-olds and I got in the internet when it's dial up at my mom and dad's and I had to myself and I got a real kinky with that right hand or left hand, probably the right one. I got bent out of shape. I had to twist it back over. Had no problem. And I sorted that out myself. And well, it's moldable. And who knew? And well, it's because internet there, man. Some had the internet, others didn't. And well, the girls know one thing, and the men don't, because it never happened. And certain lies are lies, and the knife is for someone else. It's not worth fucking blade. I think it doesn't matter if I embarrass myself, so you know, I have to learn to know that. Josh and Bob, Then they let me Doug make some money. Not, not him and Doug, not other Doug, but Doug I just met tonight. And well, it would be nice because I have to fix the thing. So all good. And one one person here, another same as the person there, and it must be a certain way. You got conditions in them. And with the weird buddy from White Rock, him, he was a good guy. I knew that. We met Rex, my 22K necklace I wrote out for Rex. I never even met him, but I knew this guy's cousin. That 22K necklace, the Avery stamp on it. Avery. That was my necklace. I want it back. I want my phone back. You got it. You have my iPhone, so it cost me $3,000 altogether. And I owe money on my credit, my phone that's gonna go dead. I'm gonna just buy a prepaid card and go anonymous. Okay? I have to. But I can't afford it because brother said, "How this $10,000? You made me broke. You won that one, brother. I did go broke walking around the ocean on pedal bike and around. I didn't see anybody stick up for me then. Or no, I didn't see anyone stick up for me. No one knew to stick up for me. But it still looked like I was training with a weighted backpack. I'm not worried about the backpack and stuff. I'm not. If the coins are there, they're there. I found it. I did. I found those hundred bitches. Coins. Fair is fair. But I don't care really. It's not really a big deal. Computer's legit too. And if anybody was looking at shit on there, it was Montana. And she doesn't do it to look at anything. She does it to frame people out. And Montana doesn't need to pretend to want to get in someone's will by now. It's not putting no welcome to the First Nations to that. It's just not. You've been lied to. Okay, you're talking to someone in your mind. You need to just get on medication. You just need to go to King Street Center. It's been set up there for you. Just need to go down there. They'll help you with the teeth. I'll be there for you anytime. I know. I'm worried if you show it to the wrong people. That's why I made a different account. You didn't message me back on me. I'm gonna do that again. So you gotta message me. I'll use the code right, okay? And if you message me, I know you love me. I used to try to get me in trouble again for some of it. You know, it's something that's going on well. You ain't getting on the well through that option. You're gonna make it best, okay? But trust me. My name Ralph Hardy. I haven't tried so much. It turned out pretty good for him, except there's a couple defectors. There's a man that he's hit somebody from he's sleeping. He's trying to sleep. And he wants me dead even more than he wants me dead now. And and I got a strong brain. And I don't shake hands with the devil. Nope. That's a great movie, and it's about a horrible, horrible, horrible thing, but it's still a great movie. There's only so many police, and there's only so many criminals, and simply put, there's been if you're a criminal without a record, I mean, hey, police is not out of the option. It's not out of the options, and it's good work. And if you get senior, tenured, well, it gets more fun. The further you get along, and the faster you get to drive, and the further along you get to go with buddies, and you never know. Maybe you know something interesting happens at work. Maybe it happens every shift. Maybe some people like the police and they don't do it for the money anymore, and they have a community themselves. And I'm not part of that community. I know that. I've been pushed for it. And like I said, if it was like in Kamloops, a biker or a cop, other than my dad, I'd probably, well, I might shoot him first. I mean, it depends how you look at it, but I wouldn't shoot dad first. But I'd probably be on the cop side if it came to an argument. So in Kamloops, because the Kamloops chapters poor handling of me as a young man, as a young hustler. They didn't know what they're doing because they didn't know rap music, and they didn't different genre of music that they don't listen to or understand. So, and they wanted me on their team. Well, they're not getting me on their team. They should know that, and they do know that. And the young guys that defected on me, as a young man, well, Chris didn't. He got pinched and he took it like a man, and we kind of went our separate ways there. And you lived at a couple places with me. I never loaded you. I left you with a line, and that's it. That's true. That's it. You know. I left you with the phone. I came back, and that's it. I grabbed the phone. That's all. That's all that happened. So, I mean, there's nothing, because you had to work with two different crews, and you didn't have to tell anybody. You haven't, because those guys wouldn't appreciate it. And well, one's a fish, and the other one's a good solid dude, and he wouldn't appreciate that. And you don't have to do anything like that, because if anybody asks you, just don't say anything. That's maybe you get probation. That's it. If there is that, if you didn't, then hey, you saw it. You did a solid, and they probably wouldn't take you on if you were anyways. So, nothing to worry about. And I know I don't really want to work closely with you because I need some new hustlers and building a new career. And I am. And you could be like a guy that doesn't fuck with me. And that's not how they want it. Well, they don't get what they want. Nomads don't get what they want. You see, that's where it stops. That's where the fucking tire hits the road there. Because bacon and if you don't get to what they want, they don't get to what they want. The senior one, I don't even stop using the name because it's a powerful name in this country, but it's too powerful in this country, and some people understand that and have toned down on things. And Nathan is still doing a set of fucking steroids. It's probably lifting weights right now. And it's simply you guys are hooked on steroids, some of you. And that's what it is, but it makes you a little bit too territorial. That's why guys keep getting shot up, like shot. Simply put, I don't do the shooting, man. And one guy's way out east. He can't see everything that happens out here. He doesn't even know who Sean Duff is. And he comes from a wealthy background. And simply put, he's calling me. Whether you like it or not, Nathan. And you don't have to like it. So it's not really up to you. And it's not a gang sign. It's simply put, I was here first, and it's out of respect. And that's the bottom line. And I know guys too. And if it was, you're not well liked in all circles because of some reactions. And Mike from the golf course, when he stops calling me, I know there's something wrong. And you don't get to scare him like you did. Whatever you did to him, it's not okay. Because he's a young man that liked dealing with me. I like dealing with him. We had a nice thing. He always paid me back. And he simply probably would rather deal with me, but he doesn't do much of that stuff anymore. He probably just stopped doing it. Or he's doing a little bit. He's not, whatever. It's not your client. And he gets to have workers, and this is all Brian Ledoux, showing that he can hustle too. He's getting in the game, Brian is. And Brian Ledoux he's a realtor that doesn't go to work ever, and he's simply pushing in the coke trade, and that's his area of expertise. Yeah, okay, Brian Ledoux. You guys don't notice how powerful he is, and then he just doesn't have any business getting in the coke business at all. He never did before. And if he did it secretly. And now he's got you, and he's just throwing you out in the middle of the fucking frying pan. And I'm telling you, not well liked among some guys for what happened. And somebody's back to you from back east, and he's not seeing the cards right because he wasn't here. And no, I was drugged, but those guys were with me for months, and it was Matt Hickson that did it. It wasn't you, Nathan. It wasn't. It was Matt Hickson that started it because he was jealous of something that didn't even fucking matter. Simple, but he got jealous, and that's it. He did. I said, men have always gotten jealous of me my whole fucking career. Always jealous. Always jealous. Jealous. The worst fucking thing. It's just a disgusting fucking thing to be jealous of someone else. That's simply put, some men become higher ups because some men push them, and you show that you wanted to be friends, but that's not good enough because it's not good enough to get close to me to try and shoot me and kill me or extort me. It's not going to happen. mafia type, and that's got nothing to do with Sons of Anarchy. And the old man wasn't. He's a biker. He's a biker through and through, and he's happy to be a biker. And that's that. And different genres. I'm more like your grandpa without the money. Like that's kind of the power of me. It's like Grandpa Wayne passed early, and somebody took him out probably. And that's inherited his connections. You see, you get it. He left the money to the family, and I gave his connections. That's kind of what he left for me. And that means I'm the guy that can't be fucked with because that was a horrible, horrible mistake. And whoever did that's going to pay for it. He might be being cocky because Brian Ledoux says to be, but Brian Ledoux doesn't understand. He's not bulletproof either. And I seen with my own eyes, there's green lights all over the place. It's got nothing to do with me, and it doesn't have anything to do with the Rizzutos because they wouldn't dare do that to them. And is that the confusion? It's not the old timers that they ain't gonna do that to those old timers. No fucking way. They get clipped so fucking quick it would fucking make head spin. And reinforcements have arrived, man, and Nathan's got nothing to do with that. It's simply Rizzuto and then me. And then, all of Rizzuto's old, his forged allegiances that he forged when he was alive. And he knew I had something shaping up or that I already had it. And that was in 2013. But some men just don't get it. And it's not because of you. It's because you've been lied to by Matt Hickson for years. And he just doesn't want to shut his fucking mouth. And he's a guy that's a neo-Nazi, and Valde caught him on the coast. He was raped probably. Same with Jason. These guys were raped in the coast. That's why they're up here. They're Valde's Ponzi's. He's got a Ponzi scheme. He's like Madoff, but he's not solid like Madoff. Madoff is a solid man. He's just doing his time. And he made off with some goods. And Bernie made off. And he was a hell of a man. Still is. And when he was in his prime, he managed billions of dollars. And he's sitting in the clinic. And maybe Bernie made off with a few tips. Maybe Bernie's not he's a stand-up guy, Bernie is, but maybe Bernie knows how to get out of jail just by offering financial advice to the right people about how not to do that and how not to be done. There's a man that might be interested in something like that as long as Bernie didn't tell anything about his life about people. I mean, why would it, just strategic tips on how not to, for somebody not to do that kind of thing again, or I don't know, like reading a book, or you could get a book out of it. He could. and someone he might know personally from back in the day. But I don't know how that works. I know of the stock market, but I don't know how exactly it works. I haven't worked in it closely. I've watched it like a hawk since I was a kid. Because it's interesting in math, and I like math. I'm more useful in doing things like that. And yes, I could. Because if they ever let you have any money again, the Communist chapter, what they're doing is absolutely treasonous to this country. And they think they're just cutting me off. They're cutting good people off. And Garrett, Josh, Brandon, Jumbo, and Jay, and Nigga Jay. That's what he didn't mind being called that, NRGGA, and Vader guy. And these guys, in my opinion, four of them were probably overdosed, I think, and two were murdered. They're all guys that knew me well, and they loved me. And Nigga Jay was just lied to for years from Jason R. And just lied to and lied to and lied to and lied to so much that he just believed it. And Nathan, you knew Nigga Jay. In the end, he was, I don't know him in the end, because we did one piece of work together. And we were close for like a month or two of summer. We were tight. We were just smoking meth together. We were close. And he had schizophrenia, and he told me about it. And he just was he was a G. He was a G, and we were tight for a little while there. And we were tight. The Communist chapter got jealous, and they just poisoned his fucking brain. Because they're brainwashes, the baby boomers. They're out to fucking lunch, man. They're hooked on Valdec's form of fucking tyranny and brutality. And the fucking Soviet sleeper spy simply put the Soviet Union failed, probably because guys like him, he's trying to make America fail as we speak. I'm not an expert on it, but that's what I imagine. And he's got a family to love. Well, no kid, and he loves his family. He's a good man and wants to be. He's just a rich kid with a fucking vengeance plot. Never had saw a fucking thing. He was like, oh, here we one reason. Waiting for his mother to pass away so he can take her fortune and keep doing what he's doing. I just leave it all together, son. And he'll let him figure it out. He sent his Siraj cancer twice, and he's still alive. I finally figured it out. No, I don't want any of the fortune. If you're fucking safer with me though than that guy. I'm just saying, leave it to one of your girlfriends or anybody but him. He doesn't need more money to work with. He's got health and other conditions just for his very purpose. Come and destroy me. Good Canadian at heart. I'm nothing like that guy. No man. Not God. The man and human being. Guys sound so much like my dad's name. My dad's alright. I like him. And he's alright with this man, but nothing like Valid. The man has not got the money and power that Valid has. And nobody needs to worry about what Wayne has left. He left it all to me. It's in a trust fund. I can't touch it. So, boo. Every red cent of it. It's all left to me in a trust fund. It's not there for anybody else. It's in a trust fund. Nobody needs to know where it is. It's safe with me. Not in the Cayman. It's with the Swiss. Yeah? Next to the gold podium. My great grandpa put a stash there at the Swiss with Adolf. And Adolf didn't get it back. Well, I think we're going to get that back. We're not going to. Property plot. Alright, thanks, guys. Yeah, Vancouver guys. You know, this oldest sibling of Torin, Alexa, hey, we're good. We don't have any problems. And it's that older brother you guys don't like? Let's see if we can push him out. Because me and Dora get along, and Andre, I know him personally. Unless you got an Andre in the family. Is his name Andre too? I know Andre. Andre's good shit. And could he be a man like Ron? Well, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe he wants to be a legitimate man. Maybe he's a legitimate replacement for Hannah. Because Ron Boucher is nobody's fault. You know somebody that looked out for his family. I never did a goddamn thing wrong in my house. Other than testing you, and I tried to make those idiots stop and then destroyed the place. I was the one trying to get him to stop. Christy tried. And he didn't really try. He was there, but he didn't really try to act. So he got a free renovation out of it. But I tried to get him to stop. That was Derek Erickson. He was pissed off his leg got broken. And, well, simply put,